Ladies and gentlemen, now it's been a while since we've done an updated tour of the global free-to-play account, and we are now 10 months into the free-to-play grind. And in the last 3.5 months, we've only summoned on the Archangels banner and the One Escanor banner. The free-to-play experience in this game is really like skipping out on like 75 to 80% of the banners that drop, and just saving for those really, really good banners. And kind of that's the biggest mistake that a lot of people make when they're free to play, is they try to half-ass a lot of banners and not get the guaranteed value. But the biggest thing that you need to do as free to play is make sure you whole-ass banners and get that guaranteed value, man, because the drop rates are so incredibly inconsistent, as many of us know, and the chance to get lucky, especially on a 0.25% festival banner for the One Escanor, is ridiculous, man. But also, one thing I get very often on free-to-play videos and guides is seeing you obviously behind the scenes off camera. You're drilling thousands into this account, man. And just to show you, I've never spent a thing on this account. We still have the first purchase bundle. We do like all of the summons live as well. And we very clearly like break down how to get additional gems and stuff. We got like a full gem farming guide. But yeah, there's no like secret swipe in here or anything. This is free to play for 10 months in as well. And again, that's the thing as well, as this is 10 months old. It's not like popped up overnight. It's been a lot of grinding, a lot of building up this account, a lot of making very good decisions, and being a more experienced player from my main whale account, again, has kind of given me the knowledge to make the right decisions and summon on the right banners. So yeah, it's also been a lot of that as well, being very, very prepared. And also just to show you side by side what the free-to-play looks like in comparison to the whale account. So we're going to flick over to the whale account now. So the whale account is just over 6 million combat class. We have every single character in the box, pretty much like everybody 4-star super awakened as well, aside from the bottom of the roster. But yeah, the whale account is mega stacked. So in comparison to my big old blubbery whale account, we do have about half the account combat class overall. And again, in comparison to some of the best and most dedicated free-to-play players, I'm actually still like a fair bit behind their box CC and rosters. So yeah, this is like all the stuff we're missing on the free-to-play as well. So insane characters like Winged Delane, Hawk and Oslo. We got the Big Snake Lilia, Gahard as well, Ladociel. Dude, I was so gutted that Ludo wasn't in the Archangels banner, man. And then it's some of like the New Year's units I couldn't summon on the Halloween Roxy and Shin banner. I really wanted to on the free-to-play, man, because Halloween Roxy is such an incredibly good character. But you know, you have to make your choices. Like, you've got such a limited budget of gems if you're playing free-to-play. So yeah, there's also a few characters like Blue Zeldris, Galland as well that we don't have, but mainly it's kind of New Year's, more exclusive units, the Halloween units as well, that we don't have on the free-to-play. Also, we don't have Valenti, man. We're going to get her, what is it, step 10 of the current free banner, though, which is really, really nice. I actually haven't done my summons on that, because I'm going to do a video on Monday. So there are certain characters, like Hawk, that can be upgraded to level 80 via that banner. So yeah, missing a little bit of box CC and additional firepower there. But, you know, we're in no rush to do that just yet. So yeah, top of the roster, man. Obviously, we got the One Escanor Summons. We had to go the full 900 on this banner to get one single copy, man. So it really was the true free-to-play experience. But aside from that, the rest of the banner wasn't too bad. On Lost Vein Meliodas, we did manage to get one additional copy. So now Lost Vein is 2-6. Really, you do want this man like 3-6, 4-6 to get that massive damage. But again, 2-6 is much nicer than 1-6 in comparison, so that's already pretty good. We also did get Winged Festival King. The thing is, I got 2 copies of this guy. You know, his ult can be really good in certain scenarios. I'm not really too sure if I want to invest in him that much. He's pretty good for like Fort Solgris Anvil farming, but it's like I just don't see myself getting the cosmetics for this dude, because yeah, I feel like the team with him and also Green Hendrickson is really whaley, because you've got to go first if you want to win versus anybody running Goddess Liz, and like 80% of matches are still running Goddess Liz at the moment. And also like Blue Draw as well, like massively screws this guy over with his resistance buffs, and it's pretty much either like Goddess Liz or Blue Droll at the moment. So yeah, King is just like a terrible investment for the free-to-play for like PvP stuff, but for certain stuff in PvE, man, again, a lot of stuff like does have debuff immunity or removes debuffs, so he's not really that great a lot of the time, but sometimes his ultimate can shine in terms of its value. But yeah, we'll take him up to level 80 for Training Cave, kind of worst case scenario. But yeah, we also did summon, what is it, about 4 and a bit months ago on the King of Fighters banner. We got the Omega Roo Gao there. I think, is he 1/6 or 2/6? Yeah, he's only 1/6 there. Again, that's a lot of the thing with the free-to-play is you're lacking cosmetics, you're lacking alt levels, which means that very often you're at a disadvantage. We did invest quite heavily in Sariel, man, just because Sariel is the friggin' boy. He's a cheat code for absolutely everything. We brought all of the cosmetics as well as soon as they were available in the store, just before the release of the One Escanor banner. So I planned it out that we had, you know, again, those are the only 2 banners I summoned on in the last 3 and a bit months. So all of my gems went into pretty much like Sariel and the One Escanor, and I still need to start like saving up gems to buy all Escanor's cosmetics when he does come out. However, the one that you get from Affinity, I didn't max out. I've been saving some of my what is it, cosmetic upgrade materials for the weapon here, because this one's pretty nice, man. This one not so nice. I'm curious to see if we can also pick up the Christmas tree one and the holiday stuff. I think that's going to be limited to cash only, but you can still pick up these other 3 in, I think it should be 2 weeks from now. Actually, it might be 4 weeks for the banner, but I think it should be 2 weeks for Escanor's, what is it, cosmetics available for gems there. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man, but I'm really looking forward to getting his cosmetics on the free-to-play, because again, it's like a nice additional booster to his damage output. But yeah, also looking at my gear sets as well. So we have 10 UR sets. For the majority of UR sets, I actually don't have the defense pieces built, because again, you have like a very limited amount of, what is it, purple stones from Training Cave. But really the way to start building up UR gear sets is just making sure you're on top of like Training Cave every 5 days there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And we've been farming that for I think about 9 months now, man. We got very quick into clearing Training Cave, and I think as well with, what is it, the level 80 characters that all new players are getting now, it's going to be so much easier to build up a roster to get some of the annoying fights done there, which is really, really nice. So yeah, we got 10 UR sets again. They're very mixed mash, and a lot of them really have very unexciting roles on the defense pieces as well. But yeah, Sariel's is not too bad. I got a really, really good bracelet, man. Made that absolutely perfect for the boy. The ring is doing pretty well. We got some really good crit damage rolls. I do want to roll those for attack at some point in the future, but a bit of crit damage on Sariel certainly ain't too bad. And Escanor, man, had to have my best gear set. Like, I've pretty much been using what is it, all of the good stuff to sort out Escanor. I did sort him out like fairly early on, actually, because I used the green Escanor to muller through story, but with the release of the one, also sorting out this additional like crit damage rune and crit damage earring as well. It's still like a little bit of a mess in comparison to my whale account, but the rolls like are pretty decent for the most part. Again, like it's very difficult to get lots of anvils and hammers. So, yeah, we got a few more upgrades we can make, but I want to make sure that, you know, I'm upgrading the right stuff, and I do need to kind of review kind of my main team and also like figure out which team I really want to focus on in PvP at the moment, because that's kind of the big thing I'm trying to weigh up. Do I want to go full into like Goddess Liz Glue Eater? But I think I really enjoy the Blue Droll variant more, and I think it's actually a little bit better in comparison. But the thing is, I don't currently have a UR set built for Droll, so yeah, I need to what is it, sort out a set for him if I want to run that team, but also ideally as well with that team we need the Tarmiel Association. My Tarmiel is only like 1/6, so we will be missing a bit of combat class there, but I think it's kind of worth dropping the combat class and stats just for like how ridiculously powerful his association is. But also as well, if I want to run that team in PvP of Green Gotha, Escanor, Droll, I need Zeldris on the back. Well, I don't need him on the back, but he's a little bit better on the back. For now, I'm running Lostvein on the back, but I need to like Super Awaken Zeldris. I also need a few more alt levels as well. We've been really lucky that we got like 2 copies of Zeldris, I think from the 1 banner, and also we brought 1 when he was discounted. Like everything was discounted to 7 coins a little bit earlier this year. So yeah, and it's also like with Droll and Zeldris as well. If I do want that to be my main PvP team for a while, I need to invest in cosmetics because I've got no cosmetics for either character. But also I do have the affinity ones available as well. But I think there are some events that do come from the Japanese version that do give additional cosmetics to commandments. I'm not too sure if there's too much stuff for Droll or Zeldris. I know there's stuff for like, Melascula, Galland, I think some stuff for Glocks as well, and Monspeed. But yeah, we'll have to see on that one. So yeah, Droll and Zeldris are 2 characters that I'm thinking of building out a little bit more at the moment, just to kind of push the PvP grind, because that's very, very fun team to play around with. But also just to show you kind of where I'm at in PvP at the moment. I believe I'm in Champion 3. The highest I've ever got on the free-to-play in normal PvP is just about breaking Champion 2, but now I think with the One Escanor, I may be able to do it. The problem I had like previously is before the One Escanor banner, I only had a 1/6 Lost Fate Meliodas, and its ultimate just does not decide matches at all, so you need like insane draw, whereas the One Escanor, again, his ultimate doesn't decide matches in a lot of scenarios. It's mainly like card draw, or either like going first or using evasion food. A lot of the time I actually do have enough combat class for this team to go first in like Champion 3, but I know kind of moving up to Champion 2, a lot of people are in like that 150 to 160k CC region. So yeah, we're gonna make a push for like Champion 1 at some point, man. Pretty good win ratio this week. Again, the first 3 days I didn't have Escanor, so I was just like instantly forfeiting to get my daily gems there, because yeah, there's no way I was gonna compete with Escanor like not having him. But now this is the setup that I'm using. Again, Red Zeldris can be a little bit better in the back for this team, but considering I've got the cosmetics for Lost Fane, he's super awakened, and all of that jazz as well. Again, he's much better in the back for now in comparison to Zeldris. So just to give you a bit of a peek as to what I'm running on the free-to-play, and again, it's actually really fun to play PvP on the free-to-play, man, because my main account is like so welled out that like it's sometimes a little bit hard to lose against the average player, just because yeah, we got everything like fully maxed out, you know, cosmetics all upgraded, 6/6 ultis, so you got way too much firepower. So I actually really do enjoy the free-to-play PvP as well. But again, just to show you, I think in terms of like characters I've taken up to level 80, I've been very selective in terms of who I rank up, and they've all served me a purpose, either kind of on the front line or as an association character. Like Hauser I took up for association, but earlier on in my free-to-play journey I did use like a Hauser, Lilia, blue team melee auto farming team, so yeah, he serves some really good purpose. But I think the only character that I maybe haven't got like that much value out of taking up to level 80 is maybe like Griamore. I think I took him up. I actually did use him as an association for a bit, but yeah, everybody else I've like used for something. Even Green Fat King, man. Green Fat King was very useful for doing Final Boss Diane on the free-to-play. And aside from that, yeah, I just don't see any characters that I have like a sense of regret on taking up to level 80 there, because Green Fat King is still really good for, doing the training cave when you're fighting your own teams, and I've got like a full blue team to fight there, because I actually don't have Green Barn on the free-to-play. So yeah, it can be quite nice. So just using this king as well can be really good for that. But either of them work, you know, he has some good uses there. So yeah, pretty happy with all the level 80 characters. And then aside from that, kind of you know, moving down my box, I've tried to like 6-star as many characters as I can. And again, 6-starring characters is really just a case of like getting all the materials. You get like the chests that drop from various events that give you stacks as well, but also during half stamina, I like to, you know, just set it on auto repeat to farm like a certain material that I need for loads of characters. And you can see kind of further down my box, there are still like a lot of characters that are at that you know, 3-star, 4-star level. So if I did make a bit more of a push with like all the box and characters that I have now, I think I actually could make it to 4 million combat class, because there's also like some more gear sets I need to sort as well. And again, this is a big part of box CC, is just making sure that you have like at least like 4 health pieces on every single character. And because I didn't have like too many UR sets for the longest time, I used to only put like 5 pieces on every single character, so then I could filter by equipment that had 6 pieces on. But now that I've got like enough UR sets for my main team and association, yeah, I need to just make sure like the last defense pieces on every single character. But yeah, like getting 4 health is just big priority for box CC there. And also the really good thing when it comes to box CC as well, again, a lot of you might be looking at the gold thinking, damn, that's a lot of gold for free to play. But Fort Solgras, dude, is just mad, especially on half stamina, and that is the only time I farm Fort Solgras. But I'll literally leave it on for the entire weekend during half stamina. And if you're not familiar, again, half stamina is every other weekend, and it reduces the cost to run this gold dungeon by what is it, 50%. So usually I've got a few of these keys, I think from like a login bonus or something. I haven't used them yet. So yeah, that is just insane, man. It's like still 100 million gold per day. On my whale account, man, I've optimized my farming team and setup so much that it's like 130, 140 million gold per day. Plus on the whale account as well, we have stamina potions to farm, even when it's not half stamina. But that is literally like the only thing that I use stam potions on the free-to-play is for half stamina farming during Fort Solgras, and of course as well farming like the equipment stages and awakening material stages during half stamina. Basically, like free-to-play farming is just like taking advantage of half stamina, because yeah, it's like double stam potions, man, and those are very, very limited. But also again, you can get so many stam potions in a day just by like trading friendship coins. I think I've already brought the what is it, 5 today, and literally the only thing I really buy nowadays from the Knighthood store is stamina potions and super awakening coins, because I've got like way too many SSR pendants. Again, SSR pendants are one of those things like when you have a new account and you're a newer player, they, you know, you just need so many of them, but once you've like been running an account for a while, they just stack up really, really nicely. So we've got 72 SSR pendants there. But to be honest, man, I just like sit on characters until I really need them for something in particular for the most part. So yeah, again, we do have the SSR pendants right now to like max out like Winged King and Hendrickson and maybe a few other characters if we want to. But yeah, I'd rather like sit on them for a little bit longer and wait until they're absolutely necessary. But yeah, we could take some more characters up, but again, I'm not really too sure which direction I want to go for certain stuff. Actually, one character that I probably need to upgrade as well is Green Shin, just because Shin's so incredibly good for auto farming, and also via the disaster event as well, we did manage to get loads of free cosmetics to this character, man, so that was really, really nice. So yeah, Shin is a character I think I want to sort out on the free-to-play for auto farming, just because he is so ridiculously good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it for the free-to-play account tour 10 months in. So yeah, I think we're doing really, really well so far. Again, not the best free-to-play account out there. There's certainly people that are going so much harder and just grinding and sweating their asses off. But also, I like to keep this grinding account pretty chill, but I really do enjoy playing it as well. So yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the free-to-play adventure and journey in 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.